Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome. Today we're going to take a second look at Unity of Command 2's newest DLC, Desert Fox. Now in this one you get to play the role of Erwin Rommel, leader of the Afrika Korps in the North African campaign in World War II. Now in our first episode we played Operation Sonnenblume, which was the very first scenario in the dynamic campaign. Today we're going to play the second scenario. We're going to attack Tobruk. Now I must confess, I played this a couple of days ago and I actually lost. So I'm hopeful that I'll do a little bit better as we make this episode, but we'll see how that happens. Losing is fun as well. Before, however, we jump into the campaign and start our battle, I do want to kind of share a quick look at the entire campaign tree that's available in this DLC. Now, we started up in the top left here, which is Operation Sonnenblume. And then you'll notice that there are 3 vertical tracks that work from the top downwards here. Sonnenblume, and on the left-hand side, we've got a historical track where the battles in the campaign kind of follows very closely to the actual historical campaign of World War II. And then the middle and the right are 2 kind of alternate history tracks. With the right side track is actually quite successful Afrika Korps here, where we take Cairo, then the Suez Canal, then we push on, ending up down here, the Mesopotamian Blitz, which is actually an attack on Baghdad. So yeah, the Afrika Korps is wildly successful on the right-hand side. And then somewhere in between is this middle track, kind of less wildly successful than the right track, but still providing some variance here. So depending on how you do as you go through, you can end up in one of these 3 different tracks. And altogether, there are 25 different scenarios. Now you can play these scenarios individually, or you can play them as we see them here, which is part of this linked campaign. And today we are in the second box here, Assault on Tobruk, in the top left-hand corner. So let's move this out of the way. And now let's come back in and see if we can get this started. So we are going to continue our campaign with the Desert Fox. Now this is a look at kind of the pre-battle setup. And sometimes this is a conference, but the first 2 battles happen after the first conference. We have to finish this one before we get another conference, which is a little bit, I'm kind of kicking myself here, because one of the things you can do when you have a conference is you can upgrade your headquarters. And I really wish we had this command and control range of 10 as well a movement range for our headquarters, because the first time I played this scenario, I felt we could only kind of cover 2/3 of the battlefield. And I feel like if our range were 10, we might have had been a little bit more effective in our attack on Tobruk the first time. But I didn't get that this time either, so we're just going to kind of let that kind of go through and play the way it is. We do, however, have 175 prestige now, and we're carrying with us our 377 score from the classic game here. We're playing on the 3rd difficulty out of 4. And as we can see, we've got Assault on Tobruk here. 7 turns, and we are going to jump in and get started. Alrighty, so as we look at the situation here, we are looking from the outside in at Tobruk, and we can see that Tobruk here lies right next to the ocean. This is our target. In order for us to win, though, we don't necessarily have to take the entirety of Tobruk. We just have to keep the noose tightened on it, which basically means we can see our objectives on the right-hand side here. We have to hold the southern perimeter, which is right in front of us, the eastern perimeter, which is off to our right, and the western perimeter, which we do currently control off to the left here. Now, the first time I played, I made a mistake, and I kind of took the outside perimeters and then tried to push through to take Tobruk and take the aerodrome. And ended up getting that, but then the British forces broke to the east and ended up taking the eastern perimeter right at the end. I wasn't quite sure how the victory conditions worked, so I lost the scenario that way. The plan for this time, however, I think is going to be really try to concentrate on an attack down this road through the southern perimeter to see if as quickly as possible we can take Tobruk airdrome and then maybe get Tobruk. And if we can get that, I think we leave the British supply situation precarious. And then even if they've got the eastern perimeter or the western perimeter, we should be able to break their supply situation and finish them off. That's a little bit ambitious, and just saying it makes me feel like I'm not all that confident about it. But we're going to get started here. We'll jump in and see how we do. Let's get going. All right, so one of the things that we can do right now is to kind of give ourselves some specialists here. We have 2 well, these are actually Italian infantry units up here. I do want to see if we can give them some specialists, and I'm not quite sure which ones to do, but I want to give one of them these engineers. We're going to do that. I also want to give them this towed artillery, which I think allows us to break down defenses a little bit more piecemeal. So we're going to spend 90 of our prestige on this one Italian infantry unit to really kind of give them some specialists that I hope can help with our city attack here. Likewise, over here, now we've already got some engineers and a similarly equipped unit just to the west of these, but I think that's all we really can spend. We could do that here too. Let's try towed artillery with this Italian armor as well. And actually, let's come up here to this infantry unit. Let's give them engineers and... Oh, we can't. We cannot give them engineers. Let's give them towed artillery. Oh, no, here we can. Yep, right here should work. So let's do that. And that should give us 35 more, which pretty much finishes up our things. We'll save this 35 prestige. Now, one of the other things in this battle, you'll notice that our supply network is only at 60%. We don't have a rail line here, and I think that means we're going to see a lot of our units suffer from a lack of supply, which is unfortunate, and it's going to slow us down a lot and make our attack kind of get stalled out. But I think that's pretty much all we want to do right now for our preparations for battle. So let's end that, and we'll move on to turn 1. Clear this out of the way. Now it's time for us to move and attack. I want to basically shift our forces where we can here over to the southern perimeter. We're going to try to hit these allied forces right down this road and push right into the Tobruk aerodrome. I'm not going to worry about the eastern perimeter yet. We'll give that up and hopefully hold it. But I do want to make sure we get the western perimeter here, because that we don't want to lose our supply situation just up here. So if we lose that, I'm afraid we're going to lose in here. So let's get some of our troops pushing up here. Let's give this infantry. I want to have something a little bit less. Let's have all this is actually pretty strong. Let's have these engineers move up here to the western perimeter and see if they can hold that. Now, hopefully these troops won't push out and take our supplies. That would be pretty much the end. The first time I played this, we actually lost our headquarters too, which was a little bit embarrassing for Erwin Rommel here. Let's push these infantry over here. These guys should be able to move a little bit farther. Yeah, let's move them right up to the front here. We'll hold there. Now, let's get these guys over. Actually, these guys can move up here. Yeah. Put them right in our supply situation. Push them forward. Bring them here, actually. That's a little bit of a mistake, but we'll do it. Okay. Actually, can I undo that twice? Yes, I can. Okay. We're going to pull them over here and push them up right to the front here. Okay. Then we're going to start to concentrate right here on this road element. Let's get our other forces up here. They may be able to attack right away here. So let's go there. That's not a good attack, but we can probably do, yes, a feint attack. Let's try that. Excellent. So we're starting to suppress units. That may have been a waste, but let's pull our armor up here. This is our strongest armored unit. Push them over. Let's hold them here. We're going to get our infantry in first. We'll push these over here. Move them one further. We're not going to worry about the eastern perimeter. We're going to get our Italian armor over here too, ready to push through. And our goal really is going to be on the next turn, really try to push in here with these forces. We do have one major air attack that we'll use probably sooner than later. One left in this theater, 2 uses left in the scenario. So yeah, we're going to hold off and combine our air attacks with our ground attacks. Not a very productive first turn, I must say. Let's move our headquarters. Can we do anything else? We could do some feint attacks here, I think, right? Now, these are all moved twice. Okay. I want to get our engineers over here, too. So we're going to switch those a little bit, I think. Might not have been the most effective first move here. We do have 5 supply. Let's... Can we do that anywhere? No. No one we can spend that on. Oh, did we just do that? We did. We dropped the supply by accident. Oh, well, that's okay. We're going to move them. It doesn't really matter too much. Push them here. And that looks pretty good. Everybody is in supply and command and control. Let's end our turn and see what happens. Air attacks. Yes. We're not going to give the air attacks. We're going to save that. Oh, British air attacks on our armored unit. That's not good. All right, turn 2. Here we go. Units available. Oh, nice. We get reinforcements. Deploy now. Trento, infantry. Excellent. We'll drop them there. How about these guys? Yes. We got to move them out of the way first. Okay. We'll do that. This is good because I think we can have these regular infantry without the specialists. They have a little bit here. Armor +3. But we're going to have them, our engineers, move over and try to concentrate our engineers on this point here. I feel like, however, we should have been able to... We're going to spend this truck. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get some more supplies in here too. All right, so let's increase our supply network up to 4 to get the best coverage we can get. Do that. And now I'm going to take some of these, I'm going to move some of these forces. This is where we want to come over here. Try to hit right in here. We really need to get pushing in now. Here we go. Also, this unit was disrupted. We had a lot of units disrupted. 60% means I think basically there's a 50% chance that one of these units is going to get disrupted, which is just not good. All right, so let's start here. Let's do a... Can we do? We can't do. They're disrupted, so they can't do a suppression attack. Let's do emergency supply on them. And now they can do a suppression attack. Let's try that there. Unsuppressed. Good. And now we can pull them out a little bit. Create some space. Can they attack? Still 5-0. We're going to drop the Air Force in here now. Let's do this one of our 2 weaker ones here. 3 suppressed. Excellent. Now can they come in and attack? 1-2. That's looking a little bit better. And I think, can they do... because they didn't get supplied. I don't think they... Let's do 1 more suppression attack. Right there. Yep. Oh, they were already all fully suppressed. Now we're going to push our armor up here. Try to break through. Yes, 2 kill and breached, and we pushed them out of the way. Most excellent. Now let's send our... Can we get them in there? Yes. Get our engineers in here. What happened? I don't think that matters. Oh, they ran out. Why couldn't they move any further? Out of supply 1 turn. We can send our armor up here then. That'll work. Italian armor. I don't know if I want to do that, though. These guys can move up. Nope, they can't. Okay, let's see if we can do something here with an attack. We don't have any command control left here. Not going very well here. Okay, let's bring these guys over to help out. Move them up here. Get these forces down to the front. Now we can bring in our other infantry. Why can't we drop them in here yet? Maybe they have to wait till next turn. Oh, are they coming in next? Turn 3. Okay, yeah, so they're not here yet. Yeah, so I want to definitely exploit this gap in the Allied defenses here. But which unit do we send in? We could send them up here? They're not that strong, but let's try it. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff in here. Now, what else can we get in for an attack? I'd really like to attack here, but it's 4-0. We don't have any other forces that we really can use for suppression or any kind of other specialized attack. Ideally, I want to use the set-piece attack, and I think it is when we have artillery, which these have, but we've burned up our command control points here. So not our strongest performance here so far. Let's move. Anything else we can get? Can we get them up? No. Nope. Very frustrating so far. Not a good job by the Africa Corps here. This is a tough nut to crack, which is kind of why I like this game, because it's definitely not easy. I'm also playing... I lost the first time at the difficulty below this. Now playing at the classic difficulty. This feels a little bit harder here for us. I hesitate to not use our attack capacity here. We could bring on this air attack here and hit this, but I feel like we want to save this as we push inwards to this gap a little bit. Let's end the turn and see how we do. Yeah, we're going to end our turn. We know that. God, not going that well. Turn 3 for us already. So they're pushing out past the perimeter. God, they're hitting our armor again here. Moved up engineers. Right, but... Is it conceivable that they're trying to kind of surround us here? I feel like, wow, there's so many troops here. My goodness, there's a lot of them. And these guys didn't get supply either. 1-1 here. Just good, but we want to push into the airdrome here. These guys are not entrenched. Let's do a suppression attack perhaps here. We're going to have to hit them with aircraft too. Let's hit them with aircraft first. Actually, we can hit the weaker ones right here. Let's just do that. All right, 4 suppressed. That was pretty effective. 0-2, we'll take that. Hit them 2 KIA, and we pushed them out. Good. Now we can move these troops out. And I think we can leapfrog in here. Let's move forward. No, oh, to 2. We can push these. We can really kind of break in here and do a pretty good job hitting the back line here. But, oh, we can hit 1-to-1 on the airfield with an air attack. Let's do that. We're going to send our armor forward. We're going to use our last air asset. It's risky using it so early. 1 KIA, 1-to-1. Let's do it. 1 KIA, 5 experience. We pushed him out. Oh, can we take the airdrome? I think... Can they get in there? No, they can't. We have to take some other units here. But these are bad. Our armor here badly out of supply. Let's get them back over here. And we can give them emergency supply, I think. Do that. I'm going to think for a second. Oops, sorry. Well, I was spacing out. I just moved them without thinking. I pushed that infantry up here. Now we can get special emergency supply. Reduce the cost of it by 1. That's pretty good. Special recon and force. Take 25 prestige for free. Yeah, let's do that. Let's reduce the cost of that. Okay, we'll take that option there. Now we do need, let's send our Italian armor over here to hold our eastern flank. I'm a little bit worried these infantry forces over here might get ambitious. Can we do anything with this? Nope. Nothing with that. These are out of supply. Can we give them emergency supply for 4 now? Yes, we can. Let's... Oops, I guess we just did that. Push them up. Can they do a specialized attack? They cannot. Move these guys forward over. We're going to need more troops over here, I think, for sure. Although I feel like I'm not doing a very good job of this. Push them up. They cannot do anything here. Oh, we can advance to the aerodrome maybe next turn, which would be good. Because that, I think, could break the supply. We're trying to push right through to Tobruk and cut them in half. But I'd like to be able to widen this here. And already we are up to our end of our 3rd turn. I think we're going to lose again here, to be totally honest. Which, yeah, we just don't seem to have our mojo with us here. Let's move these engineers over here just to kind of prevent them from getting a little bit overzealous here. All right, let's end this turn. Is there anything else we can do? All of our attacks, the numbers on the left are our losses. We're going to get mauled. Let's do just a feint attack, get some experience, I guess. Anything else can we do here? They've attacked. Nope, they're out of supply. They could push up an attack. But I want them to run in the next time. Let's leave them here. Okay, we're going to end our turn. Units en route. Okay, trucks available too. Okay, let's take care of this here. So let's get our Italian infantry in here. That's very good. And let's immediately push them right up to the front here. I feel like we should try to probably push through here as well, rather than sitting around doing nothing. We don't have enough to do suppression attacks, though. We're not very strong. So yeah, we'll sit here. We can increase our supply network here by 1. Can we put down a truck anywhere else? We could put one in here, but that's just an airlift, which I think only supplies 1 zone right around it. Let's, yeah, put it here, I guess. So we'll increase our supply here to 5, but it still doesn't get our rightmost unit, which is going to be out of supply. But we'll confirm it anyway. We've got nothing else to do with that supply. All right. Hopefully this tank here can get supply. Can we do anything with that? Can we give it more headquarter reserves or anything? No, nothing. All right. Let's end our turn here. Not looking promising. I don't think this strategy is working. They brought reinforcements in there. Hit our tanks again on the eastern flank. They're entrenching on the eastern perimeter. Those units entrenched as well. But we are not done. Oh, we do have an air attack here too. Is this once per turn? 1 use left in this turn. So we should have used it each turn. That was a mistake. Let's concentrate it on the airfield. We want the Tobruk airfield. Nothing? Really? Seriously? What does this here do? Counterattack? Nope. That was unfortunate. 4-0-3. We have no good attacks here. We could suppress too. Our air attack ineffectiveness did not do good, and these units didn't get in supply. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. We could undo it here. Let's undo it for a second. I'm going to think for a second here. See if we can get a way to get this aerodrome here. All right, let's try a couple of set piece attacks on this right side. See if we can perhaps widen this a little bit. Let's pull these guys out then. Unfortunately, we don't have too many units that are in supply here. 5-0. Oh my goodness. Well, we're going to push through with the armor and try to take the air. This is going to hurt us here. 5 experience. Oh, that actually worked out fairly well, perhaps. Let's pull them back. And now let's send... Get them up there? No. Get these guys up there? Yes. 5-0. These are not in supply, and we can't provide emergency supply. Rommel fail here for us. This is a tough nut to crack, and playing at this higher difficulty level, not paying off a little bit. We're going to push our engineers up here. Oh my goodness, let's try a set piece attack on the outside here, but that's not doing much. Push these guys up. They've already moved. Push our armor up. 4-0. Why are we doing so 4-0? Let's try another. No, we can't do a set piece attack. That's there. Let's push them over here to hold the hills. Wow, we're doing very poorly. I did so much better the first time when I played this one here. Turn 5, and we've yet to take the aerodrome. We're holding the outside perimeter. We might need to give up and see if we can push over here to the eastern perimeter. That would at least get us to win the scenario, but I really wanted to see if we could get more than that this time. Let's end the turn here. I don't see too much else we can do. Actually, let's push over here with these engineers, because we're going to need to get them ready the next time to do that. And let's push these guys up, though they're out of supply. This supply situation is pretty tough for us here. We do have one more supply unit we can drop down. Let's do that. Get us to 6. Nope, that's a maximum maybe, huh? All right, let's end our turn here. Trucks available. Yeah, we're going to end the turn. Oh, we left a gap in there, and they cut off our infantry. God. Rommel, total fail here for us. Now we've got to open up the supply here for this unit. This unit's completely out of supply. Can we drop supply on them? We can't, because they're out of command and control. So we have to break through here. I think that's going to be... But these units are out of supply. Our supply situation is really bad here. I wonder if there... How can we increase this to make our supply situation better? But I don't see a way to do that. Because these units are out of supply, so they are completely out of supply for 2 turns or more, so they can't attack. This unit cannot attack. Let's undo them. This unit is cut off and can't attack. We are totally failing here. This is an epic fail of epic proportions here. 4-0. We do have 1 air attack. We've got to break through to the unit that's cut off. Let's try that. 1 KIA. That should help. They can move up and attack, but it's still 2-0. I feel like I must be doing something wrong here. Let's try it. We got to break through to those troops. 2 suppressed, 10 experience. We lost a unit. Let's pull them. Now can they attack? They can't attack because they're out of supply. Let's pull them back. Armor here, 1-1. Can get some success. 2 suppressed. Got some... we can't pull through. They are cut off, and they're going to be eliminated. God, they're some of our best units, too. Oh, we can move these out, perhaps. Send up. Who else can we have attack? Oh, there we go. Okay, finally. That gives us a little bit of luck. We can push through here. But they can't attack because they're out of supply. We'll push them up here. Can we spend some supply now? Yes, we can. We can give emergency supply, which helps. And now they could potentially attack here. They can do the set piece attack. 1-1. Let's try and attack it here. See if we get lucky. No retreat. Okay, probably should have used a set piece attack. Over here... We can't because we aren't in command control range. Wow, tough situation here. So this is a case where you want to don't do what I'm doing. This is how not to fight this scenario. We need to take the eastern perimeter, and we've got 2 turns left to do it. So we're going to try to reroute some of our forces over here. See if we can take this perimeter out here. But 5-0, and we don't have any way. You got to get command and control out here too. Whoops, undo. Let's do that. Let's get our headquarters unit, move them over just a little bit. We have 5 points left though, so let's, can we resupply something? Let's do you guys right there. We'll get you resupplied. Can we do anything else? We have 1 point left. Nope, we're going to move them now. Let's just move them over here a little bit. Here. That will get them under command and control. Good. Now can they attack? They can. We don't have any points left yet with which to use a suppression attack or some kind of things. But let's divert a few more forces. These newly resupplied forces. Let's get them moving this way. And we'll hold everything else where they are. All right. I think we'll end the turn there. Trucks available. Can we add trucks here? I don't think we can add trucks here. Yeah, 5 would appear to be the maximum. Maybe we can put it... Is there any benefit to dropping it here? I guess, maybe? Let's find out. Network 1? No, we cannot put it there, it looks like. Alright, let's end our turn. Trucks available, that's fine. I want to try this scenario. Obviously, want to try to... Oh, now they've come out and they're taking the southern perimeter. They're attacking our western perimeter, and they pushed out on that. And Rommel fail. I did so much better the first time I played. I mean, it was a lesser difficulty, too. I do think part of it is objective lost, objective failed. Yeah, okay, we get it. So we got 2 turns left and to recover a lot of ground here. Oh, these units are down to 1. Okay. I might reshoot this episode here. We've got to recapture the western perimeter. We haven't got any of our objectives. Oh dear. Okay, but we can beat these guys up for sure. That's not going to be a problem here. 0-2. So let's flatten these guys right away. All right, they retreat and get out. So now we can retake the southern perimeter. Oops, let's leave that there. Let's get over here now. How can we recapture the western perimeter? These troops are beat up a little bit. Let's have them do a feint attack, suppress them a little bit. Got to get these guys out. Move them away. These troops can move, but they've already moved. These are all out of supply here. So let's do some emergency supply on them. Right there. Okay, so you've got supply. Send you over here. 4-0. Let's see if we can get the western perimeter, though. Let's drop our aircraft over here. That should help us. 1 suppressed. Not really. 3-0. Oh my goodness, we're going to lose our supply. Oh, there we go. Let's go there. 1-1. Okay, pushed him out. That's good. Now we got to get a unit in there. Can we get them in there? No. No, we should have left them over there. That would have been helpful. I'm really messing this up. But we got 1 more turn, though. We got 1 more turn to take that. That's not super bad here. Let's pull back these troops to the southern perimeter because they're out of supply. Let's pull these guys out. So our goal is going to be to see, we'll give up this ground in the middle here. Never trick the aerodrome. Very poor performance here, but still, it's not like completely hopeless here. If we could get an attack off here on the eastern perimeter, but they're entrenched too. Not want to do that. Let's leave that. Can we provide supply to them? No. They're out of supply for more than 1 turn. The supply situation here is brutal for this. This unit is completely out of supply too, and we don't have enough to resupply them. Pull them back. We push them forward? Yes, but they've already attacked. You guys can attack, but it's 4-0. Ugh. Attack there. See if we can push them out. Nope. Oh, we get some bonuses here. Specialize. Yes, we want to take that for free. That would be good. And is that it? I'm going to see if there's other units that can move here. All right, so basically I just kind of reorganized our forces here a little bit. So I think we might be able to take the western perimeter next turn. I don't see how we're going to have any luck on the eastern perimeter unless we can get more. Yeah, we're going to have to get really lucky there. Let's end our turn here. Let's see how we do. This is, yeah, I don't think I'm quite ready for this level. Oh, they abandoned the eastern perimeter and moved a weaker unit there, but they have some units in the western perimeter. Okay, here we go. So we've got one turn left. To win the scenario, we need to take the western perimeter and the eastern perimeter. We failed on other objectives here too, but they left a weakened unit here in the eastern perimeter. Maybe we can get... Oh, this unit has no supply. Okay. Okay, can we resupply them with emergency resupply? Why not? Not enough command points. We have 3 command points. Why don't we have 9 command points? So we can't resupply them. Okay. We can do a feint here, which would help, and then maybe finish him off. We are going to need to get something out here that can attack. They can do it. The armor can push forward. Okay, so they can't attack, so we got to get them out of the way. We're going to pull them back up here. Let's move them there first. Now we'll move our armor here and see if we can win down here. This is the whole battle right here. 2 KIA, we killed them. Nice. And we can move in to the eastern perimeter. We've taken it. Excellent. Good. So that is our second objective. We have to reposition some forces here on the southern perimeter, which we can push. Did this armor get supplied here? This is very finely balanced, but I think we can do it. Yes, we take our armor here to hold the southern perimeter. We can move these guys up next to him here. Hold here. Push these guys over here to kind of give the eastern perimeter some support. So we've got a line on the southern perimeter. We've kept our kind of whole position here on Tobruk. The question is now, can we take the western perimeter? We do have air forces here. 2 KIA. We did that. Now let's push up with what's left of these infantry here. Push them in. We've taken the western perimeter. We can hit these units as well. Push them out. Push up here. We could attack again, but I don't see what good that does. Now, so we put a noose around here. This unit's out of supply. We can't resupply him. This unit is out of supply. We pull them up in the hills to make defensive positions. Nobody else can really attack of any benefit except these guys can do a feint attack. Let's do that. That helps a little bit, I suppose. These guys can attack again. Let's do a feint attack. That's nice that it only counts once. A little bit of suppression. These guys can do nothing at all. And if we can hold this position, we've somehow pulled a victory out of this, despite a disastrous attack to try to seize Tobruk. Okay, let's see how this goes here. Trucks available, we know that. So they pull back, the stragglers pull back. They're trying to attack us here. They push that unit out. Oh, they wiped that unit out. That's a nasty counterattack. They hold back here, and they hold Axis victory, but look at this score. 7 points. That's like just barely a victory here. We didn't, if we look on the right-hand side, we did not take Tobruk. We didn't take Derburna Road. We got Aladdin Road by turn 3. We didn't take these other 2 objectives either. So we failed on 4 of our 5 alternative objectives. We did seize the perimeters in the very last turn. Enemy units KA3, but we suffered a lot of casualties. Heavy armored casualties, heavy infantry casualties all around. We do get a somewhat backhanded compliment of a congratulations here, and the scenario complete with a campaign score of 7. Ugh. Okay. What happens now? Let's see how this continues on here. So North Africa, Africa forces in there. We're at 314. I think we're at 307 there for whatever. That 377. I'm not sure why it threw 377 before. Axis forces to North Africa are a curious mix. The Africa Corps was an elite and highly agile. I think this is good. March on Suez. Capture all objectives listed to put a plan into action at the next conference. Okay, requires prestige. So I think we had, in order to get that March on Suez, which is the alternate history attack track there, we would have to, looks like I think we have to have taken Tobruk. Because we failed on those objectives, we are not going to get on the March on Suez. So that looks how that works. No scenarios to play. I think that means we would go on to the next conference now. See what happens. We get new cards, headquarter upgrades available, and the Italian forces come in as headquarters too. So our forces get bigger and our scenarios get bigger if we were to continue on here. But I think I'm going to take that as kind of a learning experience there. I need to learn how to attack the cities better and take those objectives. That plan, I mean, we got a victory, right? So I guess there's some consolation there, but a classic definition of a Pyrrhic victory with so many casualties and only 7 victory points to the positive, when in the first scenario we got 300. I think too, which would have done better, we could have set up our headquarters a little bit better, and we probably could have saved some of our cards from that first scenario, maybe some of our prestige, to better be prepared for the second scenario, which looks a lot harder. And I might need to drop down to the difficulty level before that. But let me know what you think. If you've got ideas, if you're more experienced at the game than I am, I'd be curious to hear some suggestions and things like that, because obviously my level of play at the game isn't that high yet. So I have a lot to learn as we go forward. But thanks so much for tuning in and watching this. If you've enjoyed this and if you've got the DLC, I hope you enjoy it. I'll put a link up here to a couple of other episodes on the channel, and have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.